and welcome back to round 2 of the top 4. On the left we have Jallen, on the right we have Kennet, and we just finished game 1, so guys, if you have not checked that out, go back to that before watching this video. And so I'm going to pass it over to Colin, and he'll get to the match.
The guy on the left is Jallen. He has some pretty good credentials, and that's his teammate on the right, Kennet. So Jeremy's playing that renowned Pangea deck that's getting a lot of talk, and Drew is playing that deck that some of you guys may have heard of called Hydreigon. So they both mulligan. Jeremy shows a gold potion. That's an interesting card to play over computer search. And they're both just going to get shuffled up here. I might want to add that those sleeves look... Drew's sleeves look pretty stellar. I have some myself.
Better keep those in good condition. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, yep, they have a pretty cool looking mat. Personally, I think it's pretty sick looking.
Talking about their mat, their sleeves, you know. Looks like Jeremy drew a Landorus. And he drew a Seableye. So Drew's gonna go first. He lost the last game. Attaches and plays an N.
So if he gets to discard something, I guess he can jump on it back. But it's more than unlikely, unless he Ultra Balls or Computer Searches this turn for another Pokemon, because he's already played an N and now he cannot play a Juniper. So what he can do is he probably wants to get a Dino into play, so he could try to get it in turn 2 Hydreigon at best. That would be his preferred start. It doesn't look like he got much. He looks like he got a red candy and a bunch of energies. Then he actually decides to confuse her and he gets heads this time.
Yep, heads. Which actually is kind of important. I mean, now he can't do a turn 1 Hammerhead without having to flip a coin, so that's pretty important, but knowing Jeremy, he better get a heads. That's all I can say. Does Bianca for 2. No fighting energy, so he can't do anything anyways. And he just passes.
Yep, so definitely a pretty slow start for Jeremy. He has to put a DCE onto Landorus, which isn't really preferred. He'd much rather say that for a Tornadus. But it looks like he's got 2 Junipers, a DCE, a Catcher. And yeah, so that's definitely stuff you don't really want to discard on your first turn, because that means you're going to be playing without it the rest of the game. And Jeremy's base deck, right here, he gets a really, I guess, preferred card, Ultra Ball. Going to grab a Tornadus, I'd assume, hopefully. And it's interesting that he actually plays Asperita Gym and Sky Arrow Bridge. I thought I might put that out there.
Yeah, his deck really focuses on getting the turn 160. He does a switch, and he's gonna actually get the knockout on that Dano. So that's pretty nifty, really good there. Drew benches a Giratina, does a Dark Patch, as well as an attack.
What the heck, Giratina?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty popular tech in most Hydreigon decks. Well, not most, but in a lot.
I thought Hydreigon was kind of out of this set, personally. I thought
Hydreigon's actually still kicking pretty strong. Now, it doesn't have the best matchup against this Pangea deck, but because the Landorus is there and the turn 160s from the Tornadus EX, but it's it can still have a pretty good shot against it though. So touches an Eevee.
So Drew just explodes with a bunch of energies on his field,
which is honestly great since he can't seem to get a Hydreigon into play, but he does bench a Dano, which will help. So
Drew actually got, I believe this is his turn 3 or turn 3 Night Spear and an extra energy drop, or 2 extra energy drops, so he's got 5 energies on turn 3 of the game, which is really helpful in this situation with Hydreigon being able to manipulate energies and being able to wreak his benefits by using Max Potion.
Yeah, I definitely think Drew went from bad spot to dominant spot. Now, if Jeremy can power up that that Landorus, though, with another energy, he's just going to be eating these Darkrai's like there's no tomorrow, which, wow, that's not going to be good.
Yeah. Well, if Jeremy, I almost said Drew there. If Jeremy is able to power up that Landorus, he can blow through these Darkrai's without having Drew being able to again reap the benefits of Max Potion. So it basically comes down to, can Jeremy one-shot the Darkrai's before Drew can get a Max Potion off.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
So he's gonna kill the Thunderous, Tornadus, jeez, I don't know my genies. And people.
And
Genies
people.
are now people.
Genies and people, those are two things that Tyler is really bad at. It doesn't look, I don't see an energy in there, which is actually pretty scary. Oh, there's a psychic energy and a DC, but I don't see a prism or fighting. That's actually, wow, that's really bad. It doesn't
so Jeremy's going to do 40 and 30 due to the EV light attached to the Darkrai. So Jeremy's not in a prime spot. He's got 2 super odds, it looks like, and that's paired to Gem of Psychic. It looks like another basic Pokemon, but I cannot quite make it out. Drew Dark Patches, so now he has just got a Giratina, first of all, stacked, which is quite amazing. He just needs to get the Hydreigon into play to complete his setup. Jeremy's actually checking his supporter line right now to see what he's discarded. And right here, Drew, personally, I think makes an interesting decision. Discards a Sigilyph, but we do know Jeremy does have a Meloetta tech and a Sigilyph tech as well. So I think if it came down to Jeremy prizing it, if he chose to use a Sigilyph, he could have won the game right there and then. Because in that end, the Sigilyph could have been a key player if Jeremy's unable to respond with the Meloetta.
Yeah, agreed, actually. I mean, we saw with the Meloetta tech that would be able to take out the Sigilyph quite easily, as well as Jeremy's own Sigilyph. So, discarding that Sigilyph was a smart play, but then again, it was a questionable one. I mean, it just all comes down to, will Jeremy be able to get those cards? I mean, he's been just trying to draw fighting energy here for the last, 2 turns, and he can't even draw that, so I don't know. It looks like he does a Night Spear, and Jeremy's going to need a basic.
Yeah, Night Spear, he used Giratina.
Or Giratina's version of Night Spear. So he does a Max Potion and an N. He attaches the fighting energy, of course, though.
Now he gets it. Figures.
I know. He really needed that last turn.
If he gets a catcher, I'm gonna have to give the game. Or if he can land a catcher, he gets. Is that enough? 80, 60? No, it's not. But he could heavily damage the Darkrai, and then he could actually kill the Dino off this turn. And he does draw the catcher, so he can heavily damage the Darkrai, kill the Dino, and then hit the active Pokemon, and then snipe off the Darkrai on the bench, I believe. Or I guess he has to do more damage here. But yeah, never mind. That Darkrai has an Eviolite on it, so my theory's flawed.
Yeah, but I think Jeremy's gonna catch that Dano, or he doesn't need to catch the Dano. He just needs to do 30 to it. So he does 30 to the Giratina, saves this catcher, and does 30 to the Dano, which kills it off. Drew's inability to get a formidable Hydreigon out is actually probably going to hurt him a lot. I mean, he's got Darkrai's on the field like there's no tomorrow, but I mean, if he can't get streaming Max Potion soon, I'm afraid that Jeremy's going to be able to overwhelm him and win.
So right here, Jeremy actually Skylooked for the Gold Potion and got rid of 90 damage on the Landorus and attached another fighting. So he's going to do 60 and probably 30 to the other Darkrai. Yep. So right now, that Giratina is sitting at a good amount of HP still, but it's still a threat to Jeremy, but he can actually one-shot it with the 150. Even if it has the Eviolite, it would do 130 plus 60. It's 190. It's got 180 HP, I want to recall. I mean, not very many people own this card, so...
Yeah. Wow, Jeremy is in a good spot though. I mean, he really came back. I mean, I have to say so myself. He got the energy attachment, the gold potion. If he attaches an energy, preferably almost a DC or a psychic, he can do that 150 attack, lens judgment, I believe it's called. Discard those fighting energies and max potion. Just start streaming those. There's the psychic. It's gonna look at Drew's discard pile. Not sure what he's looking for. Probably just gonna scan through it really fast, and it's gonna scan through his own discard pile. He only plays one gold potion because I mean he doesn't cheat, so that'll probably be the last gold potion we see. But it did come into effect pretty nicely, and he does the Land's Judgment, kills the Giratina, which is a smart play. So now he's down to 2 prizes, and he's just wrecking Drew's field with a Landorus, which is
right. Now this puts Drew in an awful position. So the Landorus has 90 damage. It has 180 HP, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
left it only has
70 with Night Spear.
Yeah.
So this Landorus is just tanking on his setup. And Jeremy gets the Ultra Ball at his last pot deck, so this will basically secure him another.
Well, he has another Landorus in hand, so he probably just get a Sigilyph.
He wants the Tornadus.
He wants the Sigilyph. There it is. I knew it. He wants that Sigilyph because, I mean, if you look at Drew's field, it's just Darkrai's. And, well, I guess a Sableye. If he had the Hydreigon...
The is already dead, too.
There's the DC, there's the switch. I'm suspecting an energy switch as well.
Oh, nope, he's gonna wall until he gets a psychic energy attached.
And he just passes, yep.
Good play, though. Good play.
Oh, there's the catcher. Wow.
Gosh,
this game's actually going pretty nicely, even though Drew never even got a Hydreigon into play.
But I think Jeremy has set up here because it's just Darkrai's left. And this Sigilyph can basically just tank the game. Because the Giratina's dead, then unless he plays Garbodor, I don't think you'll see the Sigilyph. Or I don't think you'll see Drew making a... Or I guess it's actually... Oh, so he's actually attaching with Sableye. And he does 1 damage and tries to confuse. And then he max potions. Attaches a blend. Goes Sableye. He's trying to troll him with Sableye, I guess.
And he does troll, he gets ahead.
Confused. So I don't really know where Drew can stand at this point with how long he'll last out.
Yeah, this is definitely just an awkward spot for both players. Does an Ultra Ball just in case, just to not get dunked, I guess. Gets another Sigilyph.
Jesus.
Yeah, Sigilyph thing's amazing. You have to say.
Oh, and it has free retreat because of Sky Arrow.
That is for sure.
And Drew just scoops it up right there because he knows it's hopeless. So guys, thanks for watching.
Yep. That pretty much ends it. I mean, Drew can't do anything, so he rightfully scoops, putting Jeremy into the finals. So, I guess we'll have finals up soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.